Keatons have just released a new record called Seventh Chewy Records, and for those of you who have already seen them, you'll know that they're not the usual run-of-the-mill group. But for those of you who haven't, here's a taster of things to come.
This is just a part of Mo's touring kit. He takes around whenever we play. He's a kind of, he's a sort of human tendril into the audience, because I think too many bands are sort of isolated and cool, but Keatons like to sort of get out there, and so Mo is just like this kind of exploring sort of receptacle, yeah, pseudopod that we have to like sort of force people to do something, because we're not really into people just sort of standing around with their fringes one side or the other, you know. We like to have more. We like to have more than that at a gig. We're into stage invasions or anything like that.
We also do the opposite. We invade the audience.
Yeah, that's right.
Which is throws the balance somewhat.
Yeah, balloon bending, that kind of thing. Lots of children on stage.
Making balloons out of animals.
Yeah. The thing about us is like, basically we're sort of balding, fat, quite old, and been around for a while, so they're all factors that are unfortunately important, you know, in being a band. Like, I mean, I write for a magazine and get press releases, and like they all say the band has been together for 8 months, and like some of them, you know, they've been together for 5 years, but you just can't say that. So you know, it's fashion, isn't it? I think there is a certain amount of fashionability a band has to have before they're going to go over a certain level, you know, to get anywhere. And we fall very, very short of that, so we have to work very hard. So we tour a lot and put a lot of effort into gigs and stuff, and lose a lot of money. When we first did a single, like we thought, oh yeah, well, we'll sell it to our friends and, you know, grandmothers and so on and so forth, but we sold like hundreds, and yeah, it's a complete shock, utter shock, because the music is, it's good, so it's surprising that it sells, you know. That's our idiosyncrasy. We're actually quite good.
I shouldn't get the wrong idea. I mean, it's not all around, based around, you know, weird things happening. You know, there's underneath all that. There's still the music, which is what it's basically about. And this is just like the dressing on top. This is the Heinz salad cream on top of the salad. Some of the best gigs, as it were, have been the ones where we haven't had any of this. It's just been, you know, a rock band playing music.
I mean, Mo's just a friend of ours that happens to do this. I mean, he could be a chartered accountant and come along and do the accounts on stage if he wanted. It just so happens, just so happens that this is what he does. I mean, he sells pencils for a living and does things to spend all his money on. It just happens to do this. I mean, we didn't sit down around one of these tables and go, right, here's the plan, like, you know, we do this, we do that. Just things have developed. I mean, we've done gigs where we've had 12 guest guitarists, where we've done undersea fancy dress parties, just anything that occurs to people. We sort of made up songs on the way to gigs in vans, done cover versions at 5 minutes notice, sort of stuff. I don't think we're trying to make any point, just trying to have a good time, and
but also
encourage people to enjoy themselves as well.
People who come along and see us regularly, it's more fun for them as well, because if we don't know what to expect, I'm damn sure they don't. And you know you're not going to see the same thing every time, or hear the same thing every time.
colours sailing closer. Paper you sit, insensitive as it. This is worth a whole lot more than I am willing to admit. 7 shades of colours sailing closer. Shades of colours sailing closer.
If you want to win all these fabulous goodies, you've got to guess Dee's weight within £3.